crashing into the corner was Tanner Hendricks. U.S. comes back. Here's Stiga. He had 2 goals yesterday. Gets hooked down. Play goes on. And right back comes Linus Eriksson. Across the line, Fernstrom waited too long to get the shot away. Hagens blocked it. Now a centering feed hammered off the outside of the cage. Hammered it off the outside of the cage. And then the puck was covered quickly and held by Caleb Heil, who was the starting goaltender for Team USA.
Yeah, well, it kind of felt like a missed call here at one end, results in a pretty good look at the other end. Maverick.
And now we got a U.S. player without a helmet on. And so he's got to get out of the play. He heads to the bench quickly, does Monsagi. And so his equipment's still on the ice. Linesman retrieving it. Trying for the big hit behind, but the Swedish player ducked under the check as Henriks had his man he thought lined up. Now we get a whistle and our side. Ekberg puts it to the corner. Now Ekberg, a one-timer. That deflected off a defender out front. After it on the far side. Freij, but he couldn't come up with it cleanly. Right at the blue line, Ekberg runs into Moore. Ekberg went down, but he was successful in disrupting the rush. Now Moore tries to play it in. It's blocked at the blue line. Horcroft, the Sun Devils get a heck of a hockey player.
So impressive for a young player to make an impact in college hockey.
Yeah, right out of the gate did Potter in that first year. All NCHC rookie team member. 13 goals, 9 assists at ASU. Now Freij tried to go across, but Moore, nice job to slide in front of it, block it, and now the USA counters. Coming across the line, backhand pass picked off as Rombach tried to put it up the slot. Now Rombach gets it, high slot, dishes off. US has them on their heels. Look at Lee going right to the net, tried to step around Liv. He puts it into the crease, and it somehow doesn't go in. Oh, what a rush there by Riker Lee.
In the wraparound, that was unbelievable. Here's a great play defensively, which...
That was Moore with the block.
Yep, right away, Riker turns it up, and just the poise and the stick. As a goaltender, that guy is absolutely horrifying. And I mean, look at this one. Pulls out, flip over. Unbelievable. Michigan State's getting a heck of a player. I know those guys got to be excited.
Now Riker Lee, 2 goals and an assist yesterday in the win over Finland. Now Kwasnicka trying to come out front, poked away from him. Hagens gets it back to Rayom. Puts it right in front and they score. What a setup. Rayom did that yesterday and he does it again, putting it on a platter. And the U.S. has evened this game at a goal apiece, as right on the doorstep was Mr. Kwasnicka, who says, thank you very much.
What a play there by Rayom. You said it yesterday that he was very noticeable in just the way he attacks from the top. And right there, just a really nice slip play, and good on Kwasnicka just to put that where the goalie can't reach it.
So the U.S. draws even here. 9:33 rates, because you know he's not draft eligible, not with that talent. Somebody's grabbed him already.
100%.
Zemer trying to get it out, was denied, but now Stiga carries on to Zemer. Back to Stiga, bounces over his stick, pushed to the corner by Eliassons. Zemer tried to get it further into the zone, played it back in momentarily, but now Freij will bring it out. Picked up on the far side, Nielsen.
Oh, that's pretty amazing.
Face off outside the U.S. line, controlled by Sweden. And they'll send it in from center. Heil out of his net. Fires a long pass ahead. And that's taken over by Sweden. A couple of times now he's throwing that puck up the ice. trying to hit teammates. One resulted in an icing, and that one just ended up in a neutral zone turnover.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Loses it in the corner. Shot. That one caught metal. Great setup there, and the shot was ripped off the post by Fernstrom.
Yeah, I think one thing that's, oh, here we go, a replay. Tipped it out of play. Yeah, the one thing I've noticed with Swedish's defensemen is that their ability to single-handedly break out pucks is really frustrating the U.S. forecheck, and you can see that their offensive blue line not afraid to get across the middle of the ice and get stuff towards the net.
Face off, controlled by the U.S. They flip it down, not far enough for icing. Freij back to get it. Max Swanson watching him. Freij now comes up the near side. Bjork gives it right back to him. And now he'll backhand it in. Heil out of that net again, looking to move the puck. Too hot pass to handle by his teammate Swanson. And Rayom takes over. Tries the far side, and U.S. gets it out, but pays for it. A big hit on the far wall. Now a shot, big rebound. Rayom driving right to the net. And the save is made, and Rayom is involved in the offense once again.
I mean, he's been all over the ice. He's been making so many plays, getting the puck out, but then also driving the middle there. Heck of a play. Look at him kind of push the pace here with Potter, catching up, being a presence there.
Danielson, slow roll to the corner. Puck cleared around to the far side. Grunwald kicks it ahead, not out. Swedes play it around to the near side. Nielsen wiped out by Hendricks, and the U.S. will take control. Grunwald sends it in from center. Cleared up to the near side. Zemer couldn't hold it in. Here's Erickson getting it across the line. Return pass to Erickson, and he was tied up. Rayom was right there with him and made sure he couldn't handle that pass cleanly. Now Potter picks it up out of the corner. Trying to get it ahead. Potter uses that screen, puts his head down, drives to the net, fires a shot, and a big save there by Liv, who got the pad on it right at the horn. They score, but it comes after the time ran out on the right period. There at the horn. You got to let that go.
Look at Potter here off the rush. So explosive, being able to get that shot through. And like I said, Fiddler just at the buzzer here just came up just a bit short.
You kind of like that about the way Potter read that, though. He saw the screen. It was obviously unintentional, but no power play out of that. But the best news is that Stiga is fine and continues his shift. Long indirect pass connects Zemer. Hit from behind and loses the puck. Rayom, Stiga down again. This time he got tied up with Bjork. Now Sweden takes over. Coming across the line. Wrist shot right on, gobbled up and held. But Will says his dad will not wear any Michigan colors. He told, Sean apparently told him, not until you win a national championship. Then I'll put one on.
Pretty good hockey for July, right?
Yeah,
not too bad.
Yeah, no, not much emotion out there we're seeing. Everybody's just kind of having a good time. Penalty coming up here, and Sweden gets tagged. Would you talk to them, or would you ignore them?
I think it kind of depends on the player. I think sometimes you can kind of mess them a little bit, just being vocal with them. And, you know, I think sometimes you can get too distracted by being too vocal and trying to move them out of the way. But the biggest thing is just trying to be athletic and do whatever you can to see around it and hopefully try to get a little glimpse of the release.
It is crazy what you had to deal with back then. Not only is a 100-mile-an-hour shot coming at you, but you got a 250-pound guy trying to get in your way. Now Hensler had his pocket pick. Danielson drops it ahead. Pettersson and Nielsen across the line. Nielsen fires after it. Rombach on him. And the U.S. breaks it out. Through the halfway point of the hockey game, U.S. up 2-1. Versaghi on the forecheck. Sweden coming through center. Grenborg pokes it in behind. Eriksson after it there. Grenborg. Tiderson dumps it in deep. Danielson covered there in the corner by Rombach. Plain Minnesota product headed to the University of Minnesota. Swedes turn it over though. Nielsen, bottom of the circle. Couldn't get the shot away, but he maintains possession. Brings it back to the point. Freij's shot doesn't get through. Nielsen with it again. He'll let it go. It's a defender in front and knocked back out. Stiga got a leg on that one. 6:25 to go here in the second period. Now a turnover. Potter comes up with it. Works along the half wall, brings it back to the far point. Long wrist shot right on, and Liv makes the save to win some draws in the offensive zone. They haven't been able to come up with a lot of them here today. Potter's probably been their best centerman. Lindbergh coming in, puts it in front. Great redirect and a bigger save by Quinlan, as right on the doorstep was Norland, who thought he was going to slip that one home. Now the puck at center. Norland after it. Turnover inside the line. Lidberg moves in, and Zetterberg couldn't handle it cleanly on the far side. U.S. trying to push it back out to center. Murtaugh knocks the puck free, and U.S. gets it out. Lee with a goal swing, and then he gets hit from behind, but he's okay as he climbs back over the boards. That looked like it could be dangerous, but he was all right there. Sidestepping that hit as Versaghi tried to throw one, and the physical play starting to pick up in that far corner as all the players are making sure when they get their chance to finish a check, they do just that. U.S. gets it across the line, but it's golfed back out to the neutral zone. Played around to the near side. Bernstrom puts it in front, looking for the deflection. Trying to get it to Genborg. That was broken up. Stick catches Swanson up high, but play goes on. Final minute of the period. Genborg plays it in deep. Bjork cycles it to the corner. Ekbrand in behind. Comes out the far side, now to the blue line. Freij going for a skate, put it right in front. And Edberg couldn't finish it as Freij put it right there on a tee for him. Now Ekberg back near the blue line. Ellison long shot. Eliasson rather long shot. Blockered away. Freij, U.S. on the ropes here. 19 seconds left in the period. Sweden trying to take the lead in the closing moments of this second period. Ekberg on his backhand. Drops it back. Now Bjork, long shot. And Quinlan with a big glove save. I thought the penalty was going to be on the Americans. Hagen's his third assist in 2 games. Now Swanson coming through center, feeds it ahead. Potter throws it in front. Backhander by Swanson goes over the top of the net as it was deflected just as he shot it.
The ability for the top 2 lines of the U.S. to make plays almost absolutely nothing is pretty. It's going to be a really big
neutral zone as Kwasnicka got back to defend. Shots are even, 23 apiece. U.S. up by a goal here in the third. Hagens feeds it across. What a setup right on the doorstep, and Kwasnicka couldn't finish it. It was right there for him. He even had the room to tick it in as Swanson put it right there on a platter, but it just slid wide of the open corner.
Yeah, North Dakota has a good one there with Max Swanson. Even dating back to his Fargo Forest days, he can just see the ice at such a high level. Here he is coming off the blue line angle, and oh, what a pass! Really tough play for Gaznicka to put that in the net at that angle, but
big face-off win by Potter that time. Draws it to the end boards, but Sweden fishes it free. Freij at the near point. Switches spots with Bjork. Now gives to Bjork. Youngest player in the tournament. Bjork with it. Drops it off. U.S. keeping them to the outside so far. Freij. And the Victor Bjork fanned on his pass, and the U.S. comes back shorthanded. Versaghi took it to the corner, burnt some time. And we talked about different styles of penalty killing that we saw in the first game. This U.S. team defending is letting them stay on the outside, not trying to let them penetrate the box. Is that what's going on here?
yeah, there's so much movement on this power play that it's so unpredictable. And again, that positionless offense, I think, just to keep.
Now a turnover. U.S. attacking. And the shot ripped over the top of the net by Murtaugh. Fiddler keeps it alive. Rings it around the boards. Murtaugh in behind. Trying to get himself free. Does. Now Fiddler steps up. Carries it to the corner. Gets around one man. Comes out the far side. Bottom of the circle. Stops. Drops it back. Hagens. And then the pass across by Henriks was off the target. And now Sweden takes over. Maybe a little too much passing on that one.
No, there's no lack of creativity and skill in this game. Like you said, if you can get down here and watch, this is unbelievable hockey right now.
Now Freij lets one fly, and that's gobbled up. The goaltending that Sweden has gotten here the past 2 days, both goaltenders have been remarkable.
It's a staple of their country and their development model for their young goaltenders. And, you know, you can say the same thing about Finland, just always developing high-level pro goaltenders.
Eriksson steals the puck. Back. Bernstrom flays it across. Genborg had his shot blocked. Rebound pushed out to center. Throwing towards the net, and Quinlan over 7:25 left in regulation. Back in. Shot deflects rink wide. And now pushed back. Here's Swanson. Has a man breaking, puts it right in front, and Liv makes a save and stops Swanson on the rebound as well as Hagens was busting for the net.
Liv has been just sensational here in this third period. He's had absolutely no help on the back end and just keeping his team in this thing.
What I find remarkable is the setups by Team USA, how they're floating these pucks in.
The call's gonna stand.
I don't think we're using video review.
Nope.
Which is a good thing because we've seen it sometimes in the Big Ten and the NCHC. It's like 20 minutes they look at things.
This is just a summer hockey. You know that. Come on now.
In the corner. Versaghi kicks it back to the point. Rayom over to the far side. Long really turned on the Jets to get down there and have that opportunity. U.S. charging back in. Played around to the near side. Bjork spins away from one man. Gets it to his brother. Bork pulls it on goal. Kicks the rebound up the slot. Does Quinlan. Sweden jumps on it. Bjork shot high off the glass. Under a minute to go. And finally, U.S. trying to settle things down here. Fiddler knocked to the ice. Another broken stick. Murtaugh got his broke, gets a new one. Swedes control. Under 30 to go in regulation. Back to the point. Johansson, nice move, dances by one man. Let's it go. Quinlan, a huge right pad, left pad save. Booted that out.
Johansson absolutely horrifying at the blue line. He makes everybody miss.
Final seconds of regulation. U.S. hanging on here. Bjork drops it off. Shot right on. And the save, it gets through. It gets through with 8.9 left. It looked like Quinlan had it, but it squirts through. And Sweden takes the lead with just 8.9 left.
That's what Sweden does in the offensive zone. They get you running around, and just a tough one here by Quinlan. I know he probably wants that one back if there was such a great game. And just a shot just kind of leaked right through under the arm. And said Sweden puts a lot of pressure on you in the offensive zone and got U.S. team kind of just moving around a little